Welcome to the mothership. I, of course, am the Commander General Laxavrak. Is everybody doing well? We're having a good time. I drank all my coffee, and I can't find my spittoon, so now we're spitting in our coffee cup because we're from Alaska, baby. That's what we fucking do. Right on. So I'm going to try to drop a couple videos today. We are going to do a vintage carded figure opening later today. But right now, let's do it. Well, first of all, let's talk about this. I appreciate everybody in the community for going and checking out Bree Christie. What a cool channel. What a cool channel. Look, when somebody's reviewing, you do not see very many people anywhere. But y'all go check out like her George Lucas Stormtrooper 6-inch review. I love it because it takes her about 15 seconds to say, this figure's dog shit. And I love it. That's great. You don't see the... Man, you want to know what goes a long way with old Lackey Baby? It's fucking honesty and not giving a fuck what other people think. Because that's John Wayne shit right there. You know what I mean? That's John Wayne shit. Be true to your fucking self. That's great. I love it. But she said, this figure's dog shit. And she gave a pretty good explanation why. Hold on, I'm getting a... Ooh, Tacova Boots is always sending me all these deals and all these fucking 50% off thing after I fucking buy shit. Sons of bitches. I still love Tacovas too. Hey, let's show these off real quick. Look, I'm leaving fairly soon after Christmas, so I got to open one of my presents early. And it is the Tacovas Monterey in bison leather. Look, if anybody out there is looking for some fucking slippers. Now look, in the catalog, the guys are all wearing like chinos and no socks. But I'm always trying to find a good slipper. I was raised, you know, with moccasins made by old squaws, which you can't get anymore, mostly because all the old squaws are dead now. But look, y'all check these out. They come in suede. They come in bovine leather, which is fucking cow, in case you didn't know. And then they have these ones, which are bison. And they are magnificent. Magnificent. So if anybody's looking for a... You remember when your granddad used to wear those fucking slippers that had no backs, but they were made out of thick leather? Like, you can't find those anymore. But look, anyway, I want... Y'all go check these out. They're called the Monterey. And they are super fine. Super fine. Anyway, I kind of forgot what the fuck. That Tacova, I had a... What do you call it? A notification on there from Tacova, so that made me think about these fine-ass fucking shoes I was wearing. Anyway, thank you to the person who gave me those for Christmas and told me, hey, you might as well open them early because you might not be around for Christmas. So, but I appreciate that. The main point of this video, back to Bree real quick. So she also has a very cool custom that she made, an Obi-Wan in Mandalorian gear. She was asking for paint recommendations. I, of course, immediately thought of our friend Ed at Rebels, Reptiles, and Games. So I shared with her the Slime Pit He-Man and the Citadel paint recommendation. So hopefully she'll go over there and watch that and see if that's something she wants to try. But speaking of slime, He-Man, it's kind of the same colors. Now, there are parts missing I'm going to put on here. They need to be painted individually or whatever. But I did want to show how this came out. Now, I don't have it completely snapped together because I do need to add these pieces, which are still out there drying. They just have a base coat on them right now. But I did want to show off. I'm very, very, very happy with this. I'm very happy with the way that looked. I think that is, and like I'm not trying to toot my own horn or whatever, but I am glad it came out the way it did. We have a slightly different pattern, but same effect on the bottom. So I hope everybody, man, I don't know. I think this motherfucker is way cooler than it came from the factory, man. And of course it has a canopy. The canopy is black, but with a yellow glass. So I think that will come in real nicely. I'm not going to do anything to the black canopy. I think it looks very nice outlined the way it is. The next piece, which I will do today, once I decide that this bottom piece is finished painting, okay, the next thing, and this might start giving it away for who this is for, okay? But so the next piece that will go in here will be the fucking snakeskin interior, baby. You dig that? So I got this. This is fake snakeskin from like Michaels or whatever, boa constrictor. You know, I don't know. I think a lot of people might say it's Diamondback Rattler, but like if you really kind of look at it, it looks like boa constrictor. You can barely see this. See this brown leather right here? This is a 14-foot Burmese python. I don't know why I said boa constrictor. This is a, I can't remember now. I have to ask my dad. But anyway, this is much like the pattern on that. You know, much more Asiatic type snake. But, so I had this, if you remember my custom Luthor, he has a snakeskin belt, and I had some left over. And I was looking at this very reptilian looking ship. And then I love these reptilian looking colors. And then I thought, you know, if a guy was really fucking cool and he had a cool ass ship, you know what I mean? Like Lando's version of the Falcon, there should have been much more zebra skin and fucking, you know, purple velour and like, I'm just saying, if you're a fucking pimp and you're pimping it up, the whole ship should be fucking pimped, not just the fucking capes in your closet. You know what I mean? So like, I don't understand why Lando's version of the Falcon didn't have like fucking zebra skin motherfucking chairs or something. You know what I mean? But this one we will do right. So here we will have, and we will line the inside. I can't remember, actually, this piece might have controls and shit on it. I don't remember, but if it's flat, we will also line the piece that goes into these holes, okay? But so today we have some spray adhesive, you know, just like some 3M spray adhesive. We will go outside after the glue and everything is warmed up. We will spray this part, and then we will wait for it to get tacky, you know, and then we will lay it in there. And of course, we'll take the ship back apart to do that. But this will kind of be the, you know, it'll be a snakeskin interior, huh? Fucking Pimp Master Flex, huh? So anyway, I just wanted to show this off. Again, I don't have it completely snapped down because there's some more parts that need to be painted. And but I threw it together last night after it was all dry and I washed the soap off and everything. But man, I don't know. I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but I do like it, and I think it came out very, very sexy. Very sexy. Does anybody remember the monster truck called Unnamed and Untamed? Y'all look that motherfucker up. He's a panel truck. I think he's actually supposed to be maybe a Dodge panel truck. But anyway, he's a panel truck like Gravedigger. Gravedigger, I think, is a 52 Chevy panel truck. The first car me and my dad ever worked on together and did a frame-off restoration was a 1948 GMC Suburban, which is basically the same as the 52 panel truck, except, of course, the Suburban has windows all the way around, and then the 48 had the split front windshield. I can't remember what year they stopped that, but they stopped it fairly soon after 48. 48 or 49 might have been the last year. But I know that the original Gravedigger, you know, is like a 52, and I think they had a 57 also, but those don't have split front windshields. But anyway, y'all check out Unnamed and Untamed. Look at the paint job of it. And I love it. It's you know, it's a base color, and then it has like an ooze, like somebody just splatted a bunch of shit on the roof and it all runs down, and you know, and it comes down maybe halfway on the vehicle. But I love that paint scheme, you know, especially back in, like, when I was a kid and my dad was into his hot rods and building shit and everything, you know, and like, you know, my dad didn't do flames very much because everybody fucking did. If everybody's fucking doing it, it's probably not that cool, is how I was raised. But the unnamed and untamed, you know, his was a fucking ooze spot, bleh, like that. And I love doing that type of paint job on just about anything. That's actually what I plan on. Once I can figure out how to get these windows out without breaking them, you know, any vehicle that is in this shape, that's the kind of paint job I want to do. I've also been looking for an affordable, that Sandcrawler that was like a Disney exclusive. I would like to paint that up exactly like Unnamed and Untamed, which is a very ooze color, but then the base color is like somewhere in between these two greens, like ooze color. But the splot on the top is like a fucking magenta or something. I found that color, a close color to it. They don't call it magenta. It's called something else, but it's kind of like that, right? It's like a light burgundy. I don't know. I might be wrong on the word magenta, but I think that's what it fucking is. It's like a purplish red or a reddish purple. But y'all check out, y'all find Unnamed and Untamed on the fucking interwebs and check out that paint job. I just think it's fucking badass. From the colors to the design. So, and easily fucking used or easily achieved by the soap method in which we used yesterday for this. So this is coming together. This probably will not go out anytime soon. I'm pressed for time on all kinds of shit. I still have boxes I need to send. I'm spending money on my kids for Christmas, which of course is #1. So I hope everybody waiting for boxes understands that. I also had to spend a little money on myself for some gear, for a possible job. You know, I don't have it yet, but when I get it, if I do get it, I have to go immediately. So, you know, I spent a little bit of money on some gear that I would need for that job. So hopefully it was not in vain. But anyway, I just wanted to show this off. I hope everybody likes it, and I hope it's helpful, maybe, in the tutorial yesterday on how to achieve this type of now look, you know, something like this, it could be lightning. Depending on the colors, it could be lightning. You could probably do your soap in a way where it was more flames if you wished. You know, you could certainly take this and set it upright and dump your soap on it this way, you know. It's all, you just have to maybe pre-think about it just a little bit, right? You know, because the soap is going to run before you get your can shook up and get it all like you want. So just think of that. That is one of the reasons I did the streaks on the back, and I tried to make the plane level, and you know, so I could get a good ooze drip on the front, and then streaks. I did the thin streaks on the back. But yeah, so today, I'm pretty sure the bottom is done. I have to double check some of the other pieces, you know, but I don't want to do any painting after I put the interior in there. But so it's getting a little reptilian-like, I believe. I was hoping that like a 6-inch G.I. Joe would kind of fit in here, but it doesn't. It doesn't. This is a nice ship for, I think the Buzz figure that came with it is like somewhere between a 5-inch figure. It's a kind of a strange scale, but, and the Buzz that goes in here does not scale right at all. You know, he like lays in there like a coffin, and it's not very good. But this ship, I have to say, you can put 2 3 3/4-inch figures in here. You know, if you want a, you know, like a, what's that? The Ark, what the fuck is that ship? The precursor to the X-Wing, you know, that the clones had, where there was 2 pilots. You can get them in there. You have to make some custom seats, and you got to make one low and one high, but they look nice. They do look pretty cool in there. So this is a great ship for your 3 3/4-inch line if you want to do some customization. And you know, it's very, I mean, it almost is like that Ark Am I getting that right? Is it the ARC? I can't remember what it's called, but the clone version of the X-Wing, you know. It very much has these shape of wings, you know, and it has the room for 2 pilots, which of course only one would be the pilot, right? I don't know what the second guy does. Maybe he's a navigator or a gunner or whatever. Who knows? I mean, you'd think they don't need a navigator in a fucking spaceship because you've got the computer to do that. I don't know. But anyway, I just wanted to show this off and just make a video and talk to my friends in the community. I hope everybody is enjoying the Elvis Presley. Mama, hey, mama, hey, mama. I still haven't gotten any requests. Blue Eyes, I hope you saw Burnin' Love yesterday. And I mean Ed's Blue Eyes, but also you, Lobot. Love you, baby. Anyway, we're having fun on the mothership. I'm going to wrap all those presents that I showed you the other day for my children. Just try to get some shit in order. You know what I mean? I have went back to this a couple times. These fuckers have these have kept falling off, but I think I was just kind of scared to push on them hard enough because this thing is flimsy. I'm not knocking the line. I know a lot of people in the comments, they said, well, I like the fucking line. I wasn't saying I don't like the line. I do like it. It is fucking cool. It is cool. And I think they're going to be super fun to paint when I get time to do so. This does not have any screws or anything in it. And I see a seam from the top and bottom, but I've only worked on it slightly on trying to get it apart. Because the cab, see the cab, oh Jesus, the cab needs to come off to, the cab needs to come off, I think, to paint, you know? I mean, I think I could probably get I could probably get those windows taped. But I would prefer to just take it off. But the problem is the hinge on this fucker. You know, usually the hinges are like two tabs that you can kind of like work out, or maybe it's a hook over a bar. This is definitely a complete circle with a rod shoved in it. So you would have to take this apart, and then somewhere in there the canopy has an actual complete circle. And then they have a rod that they've obviously put through it like that. So it's going to take a little finesse. Like, Otis Redding said, you got to try a little tenderness. You got to try a little tenderness on these motherfuckers because they're put together well and they are kind of dainty. So we'll see what we can do about that. I've still not figured out. I do not think that there is a control that drops these bombs. You know, they have a latch, and I've been working the latch with a knife to see if they interact with something else, like a button, but I can't see what's going on here. I don't understand, but still a great ship. Still a great ship. May not be as cool as this fucking ship, though. Am I right? Anyway, we're gonna try to drop multiple videos between now and Christmas. Just to get enough content out there, because there might be a dry spell for a while, or if there isn't a dry spell on videos, you know, if I go to work, then there will probably be a dry spell on at least this kind of related stuff, because I'll be working. But I hope to, you know, be able to show y'all, if I get this job and everything works out right, you know, I'll be making some shorts and some videos of the work, you know, because I think y'all might enjoy it. You know, Ed at Rebels, Reptiles, and Games. I'd love to see some more videos from your shop, see what y'all do with the plasma cutter, you know, going, or like the Cobra thing that you made. Like, show us some more. Show us some more of your shop. I'm sure that there's some of us out there that, I mean, you know, I'm a machinist. I make a lot of stuff, used to make a lot of stuff on CNC and manual machining. And you know what? I love the fact that Rebels, Reptiles, and Games, right? Rebels, Reptiles, and Games. Because his channel is about him. It's about him. And that's what the Lax Sivrak channel is about. It's not about him, but it's about me. And, yeah, the great YouTubers, you know, can, I mean, they can do anything on their channel and people are going to watch them because they enjoy being in their company, right? So anyway, this has been Laxivrak showing you the reptilian star ship. And we'll be adding in the snake skin. And anyway, I'm just kind of rambling now, but that's fine, isn't it? It's fine. It don't matter to me. So anyway, it's been a fucking real treat being with y'all. It's been a real fucking treat. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all the fucking jazz that people goddamn say. And you know what, though? I don't need Christmas to feel this way. You know, we all need to carry the ideas of Christmas and camaraderie and brotherly love. And, you know, we are all one. We are all one. We are all hair on the back of the sentient being. And only through us can the sentient being feel and express all things, right? Because we're all made in the image, right? So anyway, hey, make sure that when you light your lamp, you set it on top of the table to show light throughout the entire house. Do not set it under the table. Do you dig what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? You are the salt of the earth. You are the light of the world. Let it shine, baby. This has been Laxivrak saying, I love you all very much.